Hello, hi, vanakkam. It's time for 30 minutes with us only on Peppers, and my name is Rajiv. With me on this very special show is, of course, someone who's very special, someone who's extremely good looking, very talented and very successful. For a change, I'm not talking about me, but the person who's left next to me. Well, of course, my friends, of course, the lady with me is extremely successful nationally and internationally. A great performer, great artist and a fantastic producer with $1 million account and $1 million smile. With me is Lakshmi Manchu. Vanakkam. Let's talk about what everybody is talking, the movie Marandhen Manitten. Well, of course, that's a very young movie, very cool movie, romantic, very lively. Let's talk about this movie before we talk about all your other achievements and what you'll expect in future. First of all, tell me, how was it? How did this movie come up?
நான் இதுக்கு முன்னால ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணிருக்கேன் பட் அப்போலாம் அப்பாவோட ஹெல்ப்போட அண்ட் கதை வந்து
அது பிகெஸ்ட் ஹெல்ப் ஃபைனான்சியல் ஹெல்ப் வந்து மோஸ்ட் முக்கியமான ஹெல்ப்
so and கதை கூட அவங்க செலக்ட் பண்ண கதை மாதிரி so எனக்கு I wanted to do something on my own. Correct. பண்ணிருக்கேன். I've done it in Hollywood and now it's time. எனக்கு தமிழ்லயும் தெலுங்குலயும் பண்ணனும்னு ரொம்ப ஆசை. நான் பிறந்தது வளர்ந்ததெல்லாம் சென்னையில தான். So first தமிழ் பண்ணனும்.
Contribute to our place.
But I was like எந்த கதை எடுத்தா ரெண்டு languagesலயும் புரியும். It had to be a universal subject. So what is a universal subject? Love.
காதல், love. ஆமா.
And
அவ்ளோ சொல்றீங்க, அவ்ளோ ரொமான்டிக்கா பேசுறீங்க நீங்க. I want to fall in love this second. Okay. Right.
And so அத பேஸ் பண்ணிக்கிட்டு எந்த மாதிரி கதையா இருந்தோம், எந்த மாதிரி ஸ்டோரி டெல்லிங்கா நல்லா இருக்கும். சோ இந்த படத்துக்கு வந்து குட் ரியலி குட் recognition வந்து நாங்க எங்களோட ஸ்டோரி டெல்லிங் ரொம்ப டிஃபரெண்டா இருந்துச்சு, நாட் ரெகுலர் ஃபார்மேட். அது இப்போ படம் ரிலீஸ் ஆச்சு நல்லா இருக்குன்னு சொல்றதுனால எல்லாரும் wow it is fantastic na yeah we thought very hard about it அப்படினு but we were so scared before the release and I don't because it's such a thin line, either it can do really good or
there's bomb
like because it'd be like what were they thinking,
bomb பண்ண அப்படியே notes எல்லாம் பண்ணு போய்டும், all the money that is gone in.
I believe நீங்க சொன்ன மாதிரி எந்த படம் பண்ணாலும் அந்த கஷ்டம் இருக்கும், யாருமே அப்படியே டட்டட்டான் பண்ண முடியாத ஒரு படம்.
actor, cameraman, producer, spot boy, audio mixer, re-recording எல்லா பேர் வந்து கஷ்டம் 100% போடுவாங்க.
And they give their physically, mentally, they stretch to the complete brim, and I say that it doesn't matter which either adu aprom once you go into the audience only you really realize okay what how did it fare?
Filmmaker's point of view, everything seems perfect. And when you sit in the audience is scared, then the entire perception is different.
My movie looks different, therima. Na enoda padatha at least 30 times full strength I have seen. But when I sit in the audience and see it, I see something else different. And the vibe and the energy, that collective energy
with the people around you. Avanga enjoy pannaka, you know it's great. Avanga vandu edo comment pass pannaka.
Oh, adu enakku mattum dhaan pidichadha.
Okay, very good. Tell me, before the release of this movie, of course a lot happened before the making, during the making. Let's talk before the release of the movie. Vandu enna thought in the bayama irundha or excitement irundha or nalla confidence irundha unga team la vandu nalla high spirits irundha? How was the feeling before?
Spirits were very high because naanga padam pannumbodhu it was a I raised the money completely. Idukku munnala na pannadhe illa. So every schedule ana udne we would be like high-fiving. Aduve engalku jaasti oh my god we finished abdina. Songs Ilayaraja uncle oda songs, when we had the recorded songs we were like we've done it and all.
This is magic. Idu vandu oru magic.
Truly magic,
I understand that.
And so when the release was happening we were all numb because inga excitement, every little thing we were excited. Finally movie release aguradna the whole it was like quiet. We were all very nervous, very scared. Ayyo illada sami bhakti la vandirthu enakku inda padathoda. And I really believe in Telugu there is a saying that says illu katti chudu pelli chesi chudu, which means to know what life is about, build a house and then get somebody married, so what how difficult it is. I'm like, put those two aside, make a movie, you'll realize what life is.
Correct,
because you're dealing with emotions, people, trust, honesty, deceiving, everything packed into that
100% pannokka approach. Even though you take every effort to make it successful, still ஒரு question mark irukku on day of release, success avuma avada. That is always a big question mark. Fate, yeah, okay.
Always.
Tell me, of course, we want a love story. But the biggest plus point, let me tell you one thing, is the music of this movie. Ilaiyaraaja sir, the pair ketaga, pa ketaga, you know, this is something number kekno and paakano kude. Tell me, how did that happen? Yeah, Ilaiyaraaja sir, it's the biggest blessing. Sami elaborate poninga, and now the Sami came in your music itself.
Exactly the same way. Because எங்களுக்கும் எனக்கு சின்ன வயசுல இருந்து தெரியும் எனக்கு பவதா யுவன் வாசுகி
உங்க childhood friends தானே
all of the ரெண்டு ஸ்ட்ரீட் தாண்டி தானே இருந்தோம் நாங்கெல்லாம் and அப்பா had already done
நம்ம சேர்ந்து விளையாடலாம்
அப்பாவோட they've already done appa's done music with Ilaiyaraaja uncle and that's the beautiful thing in the padathoda what I've realized also I know I'm deviating but I'll come back
please,
what I've also realized therima number cinema industry la friendships irukadu they're all mean people
hitna we are after you flop na nee yaar abdi
which is all there but in spite of all of that there is also a beauty of, you know, great artists coming together in the name of friendship. And that is with Appa and, you know, Ilaiyaraaja uncle. And Appa has people like that, you know. And all over India. So I always, for me, they were daddy's friends. But now vela பண்ணும்போது தான், yes, no Ilaiyaraaja uncle, like the Ilaiyaraaja.
Your daddy had national friends. நீங்க வந்து international boundaries போயிட்டீங்க, which is great. But let me tell you one thing, what I've heard and what I've understood from all film people when I interact with them. Of course, you know much more than me, Anna. The great ones, like your dad, Ilaiyaraaja sir, and all the great ones are the genuine ones. You know, those who are genuine make it great is what I feel. Yeah.
I like that. I'm going to it's going to be my line.
Please
those who are great, those who are genuine make it great.
Please add few dollars in the check and please give it. Yeah, sir irukanga, Sami irukanga, or guruve irukanga. So tell me, your dad and him were very good friends, like ninga sonninga, very genuine friends, very great friends that they were.
And that's what I learned, you know, that friendships are passable and that don't, you know, be bogged down by the dogma of you cannot make friends in this industry. Some beautiful friendships can be made. And அந்த இதுல தான் அப்பா கூப்பிட்டு சொன்னாரு இப்படி லக்ஷ்மி வந்து உங்ககிட்ட ஏதோ கேட்கணுமான்னு நீங்க என்ன then uncle said நீங்க என்ன ரெக்கமெண்டேஷன் பண்றது அவன் ஏன் பொண்ணு மாதிரி வர சொல்லுங்கன்னு rest is history long story short he didn't have a choice I said you're doing this movie because when you think about love and love songs you know
just Ilaiyaraaja sir however இது வந்து not just for 2 months or 3 months you will always live with this forever. If you had to propose to a girl, Ilaiyaraaja song pote inspire item you go. You know, that's how it is, And tell me when you met, sir, of course, you idhukku munadi meet pannirukkinga Ilaiyaraaja sir, and when you met him for the first time as a professional, as the producer, enna poidu enna sonninga?
I had a very professional approach because my movie explain பண்ணும்போது people are like every actor said no we can't do it we can't give this much time உங்களால பண்ண முடியாது படம் நின்னுடும் இது வாட்டரோட எப்படி பண்ண முடியும் உங்களோட it was too many technical questions everybody had same thing Ilaiyaraaja uncle also so first explain பண்ணிட்டு அப்புறம் லேப்டாப் ஓபன் பண்ணி we had a 3-minute promo 2D ல பண்ணிருந்தேன் எப்படி பண்ண போறோம் என்ன பண்ண போறோம் அப்படினு பண்ணி லாஸ்ட்ல வந்து with Ilaiyaraaja uncle's music in the backdrop in the promo very subtly and then
you are a part of the movie
and then I had his picture come up last and I said you're in the movie uncle I'm just telling you you're doing the movie and then he laughed really loud but he was very happy that you know we approached him with a very different kind of a subject but based in a village நான் எல்லாருக்கும் அதான் சொல்லி படம் என்ன மாதிரி படம்னா நான் எல்லாருக்கும் என்ன சொன்னேன்னா think 2012 meets Titanic in a village so you know and the storyline also is very connected especially number coastal belt la ella irukumbodhu floods indrathu it's an every year thing not like once in 10 years once in 5 years
news this is the problem the crops the death all that ana paakradhukku in entertaining format with a nice message one is a beautiful platform it's very very nice. And tell me about the actors of this movie. Of course, one very beautiful actress, Adi and Tapsi. Tell me about them.
Just, I wanted to put a movie that was important for the characters. We wanted to tell a story. It's not a very high electrifying drama. You know, it's extraordinary stories of ordinary people. And so ninga padam paakumbodhu I wanted people to see characters on the padathula Lakshmi theriyakudadu Tapsi illa Adi illa Sandeep illa but you know, Chitra and Suri and Malli, and the characters da neenga paakanundra oru thought la da we put these actors together also, you know. Or fisherman Adi was like perfect. He was must appada Arvan, he was just finishing Arvan, so it was like enga director oru chinna baniyan potar nangala baniyan koda edukku sir
we'll get some more people inside the theater.
So Adi would always say, I'm like an item number for this movie, throughout and topless only. But it was very easy working with him, you know, with that gorgeous looks and that body. And I kept telling Adi, Adi also I know since I was a little girl, we grew up together. My dad and Adi's dad have done movies together.
Your story has a lot of friendship connected with it. Very nice.
And adu pannumbodhu koda, when we got together, it was so different because நம்ம விளையாடும்போது கலாட்டா பண்ணும்போது அது டிஃபரெண்டா இருக்கும். ஒரு ப்ரொஃபஷனல் ஆங்கிள் பார்க்கும்போது
discipline, order, focus.
He was very focused, very disciplined. எப்பயுமே அந்த படத்தை பத்தி தான் பேசிட்டு அந்த சீன் பத்தி தான், how can we make this better. I really enjoyed working with him, and the food that man can eat. Fruits, this, that. I put on weight just hanging out with Adi only.
Okay.
But it was really, really fun. And then Taapsee is like my baby. We're like inseparable sisters.
Super.
I introduced Taapsee into the film industry.
Okay. That's something we didn't know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I was the reason she got into the movies.
And you're the reason she's done a very, very good movie now again.
A very different role. I kept telling her, she was very scared. Lakshmi, I've only done, you know, glamorous roles where people will look at me like this. And like, completely, I made her one raw, emotional girl. Just fun. Her character also just turned out beautifully. And I believe this is just going to open up a different kind of roles for her, because you know, once you see somebody in a certain way, you only want to cast them that way. But with Taapsee, she's really like
very versatile, and now you have a wide horizon. You know, idio panda, ado panda, idugure pan modiyo. It's a brilliant thing. And right
Sandeep, it's his first Tamil release, but his other movies trailer has gone viral. Yarada Mahesh. So that's coming out soon too, and he was brilliant to work with as well. So I was really lucky, not just me, but my entire team, from the art department to my camera department, direction, and of course my music and my actors. Everybody, like, we took such an effort, because even the sound effects had to be done a certain way, because water effects and all of that, sound engineering, and Ilayaraja
avlo minute details irukku in this project. A lot of attention has been given to all this.
Every little, nothing. We took our time. Nanga audio release pannadukku appuram 2.5-3 months appuram da release aach padam. Everybody was like delay. I said, no man, a good movie, take your time. Edo pannidom time frame la pannita, it's not right, you know. So I waited, and here I'm very happy. You have
won the test of time, and you won the test of people's love as well. You definitely won it all. Very, very nice. Of course, I've met so many actresses, Lakshmi, Anna. Unga madhi with a combination of beauty and brains, rombo rare.
Thank you.
All this for some bigger checks. Anyway, take a small break. When you come back, we'll talk about your future, your past, your achievements, the Hollywood projects, your future stuff in Hindi and Tamil, and much more. Tell me a bit about the American TV series, all the famous ones, all the successful ones. Every girl வந்து worship பண்ணுவாங்க இந்த மாதிரி series. So tell me about them as well. How did that start off? என்ன interest எப்படி இருந்தது, and how did you choose to come?
ஒரு என்னோட லைஃப் ஹிஸ்டரியே ஒரு क्वेश्चன்ல கேட்டிட்டீங்க நீங்க. நான் எங்க இருந்து ஸ்டார்ட் பண்றது?
புக்கே எதுன மாதிரி.
I'll give you brief, just bullet points ஓட சொல்றேன். எனக்கு மூவிஸ்னா சின்ன வயசுல இருந்தே இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட், பட் ஒரு ஹீரோவோட டாட்டர் film industryல வரது, it's not encouraged. Only now, thank God for Kamal sir, and you know, a few people, even Sonakshi was not supposed to, you know, very strict fathers we all had. Appa is very close friend, Shatrugna and uncle. So it's not encouraged. So na eppadi solluven, appa na poi act panna poren, enak acting interest அப்படினா அப்படியே, you know. So I kept quiet, but I wanted to, you know, pursue my dream. It was my ultimate dream to be an artist. So what I did, the best excuse, the best escape was college. Padippu. I went to America, computer science padikkiren solittu first semester panna, every class தூக்கம் வந்துருச்சு.
அதே ஒரு acting. நான் படிக்கணும்க்கு போற அது ஒரு பெரிய acting.
I know, right? அதுவே சொல்லிட்டு போயிட்டேன். Yeah, I wanted to get out of here. It was too ஒண்ணுமே பண்ண முடியாது, you know. அது அந்த வயசுல எனக்கு they were like, I was just finishing 12th. Adukulliya kalyana sambandhamla vandittu. I was like,
full demand.
Yeah, very demand. So I said I had to run away from here somehow. So, and I left, and first semester I did computer science, and I hated it. College le edo play nadakudunu sonanga, so poi paathen. It was a turning point for me. You know, padathula naan kaatuvanga parunga or floodlight potu, you see the theater, and then you
see yourself there, and life like ஒரு vibe வருது, ஒரு இராஜா background music வருது, நான் அங்கே போன life மாற போயிருக்கு அது மாதிரி.
Absolutely, that's exactly what happened. Very next day என்னோட counselor கிட்ட போயிட்டு நான் theater பண்ணனும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். She said,
கம்ப்யூட்டர்காக வந்திருக்கீங்க.
ஆமா, she said theater எந்த பொண்ணும் பண்ணல, இந்தியன்ஸ் யாருமே பண்ணல தியேட்டர், நீ போய் இன்டர்நேஷனல் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் யாருமே பண்ணல. ஏன்னா இங்க இருந்து போகும்போது you do a particular kind of course to get a job later. நீ உன்னோட என்ன பண்ண போற, நீ what's going to happen to your life, your rhythm and all that. I said no, I'm going to do this. And then finished my college. Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm doing education part, you know, to take care of our schools and colleges. I had to buy my time, you know, there. And then I moved to, what do? Moved to Los Angeles, right? And then I went to USC. And then just like everybody else, just like how you audition here and I auditioned there, it was a very different ball game. That's why I have such dignity of labor right now, because I saw what it is to come from bottom to up. Here, I'm sitting in this position because, you know, my dad had walked that path. So he's built a little empire for us. But there, nobody. Who's Mohan Babu? Who's Vishnu? Who's Manoj, right? And then I got selected for one-liner role for a TV series. I was ecstatic. That's it. Amazing.
Now on the day, my dream is true. Yeah.
Yes, and that one-line episode turned into 4 years for me. And I've worked with Josh Duhamel, the guy from Transporters. He's married to Fergie. That's his like everybody knows that. Josh Duhamel, Vanessa Marcel, Lara Flamboyle, James Caan. I was the love interest of Sylvester Stallone. And of course I worked...
So many feathers on your cap, yeah?
And biggest apparently seems to be that I was on Desperate Housewives and that I was on Wisteria Lane. And people were like, how was it? It was brilliant, of course. You know?
A lot of women are jealous, let me tell you that. That's like their favorite, you know?
Yeah. And one by one, you know, I was very happy living there, my hippie life, yoga in the mornings by the beach, and you know.
அப்புறம் என்ன பார்த்து நீங்க டிசைட் பண்ணீங்க சரி நான் இந்தியா வாபஸ் போறேன்?
நான் ஒண்ணும் வரலங்க இந்தியாக்கு. I came here for my brother's wedding and never went back. About 2.5 years.
We've held on to you. போகாது.
And I keep saying, okay, இந்த படத்துக்கு அப்புறம் I'm not going to, that's it, I'm moving back to America. It's become a joke now that I say I'm moving back to America, because every time I say I'm going, something else happens. Again, which is good. I'm not complaining at all. But I keep thinking, that's it, I'm not going to get another job. As an actor, always insecure.
And before we go on to say tata and goodbye to you, some more things that we'd like to talk about. உங்களோட achievements நிறைய இருக்கு. Of course, many achievements, many successes, many compliments, many rewards. And tell me, according to you, which is your greatest achievements?
Any work you do, you want to be appreciated. Awards are great. But my biggest achievement, I believe, till date is when my dad saw my first film that I acted, that he bent down and did Adab to me. I was like, that spoke a thousand. I mean, I get goosebumps. I still think about it. Every time I talk about it, that's like 10,000 words just put into one gesture, you know. Whatever we do, we want to make our parents happy and proud of us. And every time he says that, or he believes that, or feels that,
you feel so special. You feel so successful. You know, that is all that matters actually.
Yes. For Anaganaga Odhirudu, that was my first film into introduction into films in India. I've won, sorry, I don't want to sound cocky, but I think about 6 or 7 awards. But I won the Saima Award, I won the Times Award, I won Nandi, the State Award.
That is very special. The State Award is very, very special. Nandi Award, ரொம்ப special.
Yes, it's I'm the only woman to have won
an award for a negative role.
In the history of Nandis.
Superb, very nice, superb.
Thank
you. And of course, before we spoke about this movie, there was one movie that everybody was talking about, Kadal. You were very much a part of it. People still talk about your performance. Rombo பயங்கரமா இருந்தது, ரொம்ப special இருந்தது.
Thank you.
But any disappointments or anything that you learned from Mani Ratnam sir? How was it working with him? Because every person you work with வந்து ரொம்ப ஸ்பெஷலா இருப்பாங்க. Tell me about Mani Ratnam sir. Influence என்ன இருந்தது?
My interest into coming into film industry was because of Mani sir. I always gave statements, what's your dream role? And I said, Mani sir oda frame vecha, and the frame la nadandu ponan.
அதே போதான்.
அதுவே நடந்துச்சிருக்கும். But you know, my role was cut short quite a bit, but that happens in every film. But it was always I'm honored and I'm blessed, and I'm always going to put that in my kitty saying
unga record la always I performed in Mani Ratnam movie, and my reviews are very very good. Ana Keni Padde, if I can ask you, the part Nenjikulle vandu was actually picturized on you. Ana eppo na padam paathe vandu it wasn't as per what we thought it was. Was it because, were you informed, theriyuma adha patti, illa ningale konja shock aitinga, or was the story, the demand was that?
No, I did not know. I did not know that the song was cut. It was a shock to me also. Padam paakum nanu morning show with 30 of my friends, they're all like waiting for Nenjukulle, and then suddenly there's no Nenjukulle only.
Now one varam shooting panni enge poichi role avalaya.
Film edachu aayirtha enoda shooting appo edachu.
Did you ask anyone from the production side?
As an artist, you know, the production house did not have the dignity to tell me that the song has been deleted. The scenes deleted, I don't care. But, you know, the reason I signed on the movie is that I was going to have a song in so many scenes. 90% of my stuff was taken away. But still, I got to work with Mani sir. And you know, it's not that the song was removed. What hurt me the most, and you know, what I was disappointed was that it wasn't even informed to me, that it had to come as a harsh slap on my face.
It would have made you feel much more secure and more special had they told you that.
You know, of course. Ultimately, it's not about my personal feeling or your personal feeling. It's what's good for the film. That's what needs to be done. You know, I'm a producer. I've been in this field all my life. I understand how it works. I understand complete characters being removed. All that is fine, but just communicate and inform.
Tell me, what is your dream now? Idukapro inge edirpaakringa yourself in 5 years down the line, 6 years down the line, 2 years down the line? Where do you see yourself?
As you said, I am living my dream. And what is it that I want to do and want my future? Just living this dream fully, and that I don't take it for granted, and keep myself grounded, you know, and try to touch, move and inspire people to do whatever it is that they do, because me being an actress is such against my odds, and here I am doing this. So I want to continue to do that and be able to touch, move and inspire people along the way.
Fantastic. I'll tell you one more thing before we say goodbye to you. Well, of course, we all are extremely proud of your dad. We all know what a great legend he is.
Thank you.
And he will also be extremely proud of you for the kind of person and the kind of worker you are. Thank you so much, Lakshmi.
Okay.
And any message for all your fans, your friends? Any final message?
All I want to say is thank you. I mean, I am living my dream. எனக்கு இந்த வாய்ப்பு கொடுத்ததுக்கு திருப்பி என்னோட பிறந்த நாடுல திருப்பி வந்து நான் ஆக்ட் பண்றது எனக்கு ரொம்ப 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 சந்தோஷமா இருக்கு. Thank you so much for all your love, affection. I don't take this for granted, and I breathe it with full passion every day. Thank you again.
Okay, thank you so much, Lakshmi. On that note, boys and girls, it was a fantastic episode. We had lots of fun, lots of great talking, lots of gossip, and of course, one honest person as well who loves her work so much. On that note, it's time for us to say tata and goodbye. You can catch all the fun, the episodes, and all the interesting moments, my friends. Log on to www.facebook.com/peppers.